Hello everyone, what's up guys? Welcome back to SV Astro channel. So guys, in our last video we did one horoscope analysis and we tried to cover some yogas and see what if planet sitting in certain house, what does that mean. So likewise we'll be going to continue with our horoscope analysis in coming videos. But today I'm going to make a different video about the planets and the wealth giving planets or the wealth giving combination in the horoscope. Also, we already covered a lot of topics like about the astrology, about the basics, first house, second house, third house, fourth house, and all those things and aspects of the planets and their mutual relationships, their exaltation and debilitation. So if you want to check out those videos, please go on to YouTube and type basics of astrology, or you can simply type in my name Shikharvats and you can access all my videos over there. So guys, today I want to discuss something about planets and what exactly planets, what qualities planets has, and like what are different wealth giving combinations of the planets in our astrology, which you can also call make some yogas or maybe different planetary combinations. So in astrology, every planet has its own importance regarding wealth, and every planet has to be strong in the chart, though it is not necessary that every planet will be in the chart will be strong, but every planet has its own significance in the astrology. In previous days, people used to think Rahu, Ketu, Saturn, Mars as malefic, and they considered them as malefic in astrology. But again, having said that, these planets also help us in gaining the wealth. So being malefic also. So it doesn't matter whether they are malefic planets or benefic planets. Every planet has its own significance and importance in astrology. Again, the benefic planets are always good, but depending on particular chart, some planets become malefic and some becomes benefic. So if I take like Sun, so if Sun is strong in your chart, what is Sun? Sun is our ego, our self-esteem, our basically our aim. So if Sun is strong in your chart, that means you have that power, you have that creative expressions, you have that ego, you have that self-esteem to achieve certain things in life, so which is good. So this way Sun will do something good if it is strong in your chart. Again, if Moon is strong in your chart, what does that Moon mean? Moon means your mental state, your mental ability. So if Moon is strong in your chart, that means mentally you are very strong, and for attaining anything in life, any goal, any success in career or wealth, the person has to be emotionally balanced, mentally well balanced. So again, Moon has its own importance. Now coming on to Jupiter. Jupiter, obviously it's a benefic planet, and moreover it's our teacher, it's our gurus, it's our it's law, it's finance, and it's a wealth giving planet. So again, Jupiter has to be strong in your chart, and Jupiter has its own significance in giving wealth in one's life. Now coming on to Mercury. What is Mercury? Mercury is our speech, our communication, our logic, our that day-to-day intelligence. So if Mercury is not strong in your chart, what does that show? This shows that person may have problem with communication or speech, or maybe he is not that confident in speaking in front of a lot of people. So which means nowadays communication is everything. If you have good communicating skills, you can achieve wonders in life. So again, Mercury has its own significance and importance in attaining wealth in life. Now coming on to Venus. What is Venus? Venus is again a wealth giving planet. Like Jupiter, Venus is also a wealth giving planet, because what Venus signifies. Venus signifies your passion, your luxury, your comforts, vehicles in your life. So that means Venus has its own importance in life. So in astrology, through which a person can attain a lot in his life. Coming on to Saturn. So what is Saturn? Though Saturn is being a malefic planet, but Saturn, what does Saturn mean? Saturn means discipline, Saturn means structure. So if you don't have discipline, if you don't have structure in your life, how will you be able to achieve your goals in your life? And moreover, Saturn is a planet who has the capability to give back something to person in his life. So only Saturn has this capability. So if a person is well structured, well organized, disciplined in life, always want to work, definitely he will have a lot of wealth in life. So this way Saturn becomes very important. Now coming on to Mars. Though Mars is again a malefic planet, but what is Mars? Mars is our desire, Mars is our aim, Mars is our energy to achieve something. Mars is always called as a soldier in astrology. So what is soldier? Soldier is always who just keep on fighting to achieve his goal. So that is why Mars also becomes very important in achieving something in life, to aim big, to achieve like good career. So that again gives a lot of wealth in astrology if Mars is very strong in your life. Now coming on to Rahu and Ketu. Though Rahu and Ketu are the most malefic planets in astrology, but they have their own significance. Because what is Ketu? Ketu is let go of things. Ketu is spirituality. So in one's life, whatever we have already achieved in past, whatever we have already mastered in past, is Ketu will be sitting in that house in your horoscope this life. And what is Rahu? Rahu is that malefic energy who wants to achieve more and more in life. So wherever Rahu sits, he always he's that malefic energy who always who always makes person to achieve those things more and more in life. So if he's sitting in 10th house, that means a person will be having a very good career, and he will definitely have so much of desire to achieve big things in career. So this gives importance to Rahu and Ketu also to achieve big things in life. So this shows how each and every planet has its own importance in achieving wealth, big things, big career in life. So you cannot say that even one planet in astrology shows that you can achieve everything. Every planet. So this does not mean if in your chart Jupiter is not strong, that means you won't be able to gain wealth in life. People says that like Jupiter is a significator of wealth. So if Jupiter is not strong, you won't be able to have a lot of wealth in life. No, that's not the case. If your Venus is very strong, if your Mars is very strong, then obviously you will be going to have a lot of wealth in life. Moon is very strong. That shows you will be going to have a lot of wealth in life. But that totally depends on how and where the planets are sitting, in which house, and what planetary combinations they are forming. So now I will show you on the chart which planetary combinations and which planets actually help us in achieving more and more wealth, and what yogas are there which can help us in achieving more and more in life. So let's see in this chart, guys. So first I will start with Jupiter, because as they say, Jupiter is a wealth giving planet. So the combination of Jupiter and Mars in any house, like Jupiter Mars here, or Jupiter Mars here, Jupiter Mars here, Jupiter Mars here, and maybe sometimes Jupiter and Mars here also. No, I won't take this as a very good placement of Jupiter and Mars, because this is a house of wealth, and this is actually Jupiter's own house, which is called Jupiter is a natural significator of this house. So Jupiter is not actually very happy in this house. Jupiter in this house is very good. So if Jupiter and Mars in this house, this is also a very good combination for wealth. So why Jupiter and Mars? Because Jupiter is our learning, Jupiter is our knowledge, Jupiter is a wealth significator planet. And what is Mars? Mars is that desire, your aim, your willpower to achieve the things. So if these two planets comes together in a chart, this will show that person will going to have a lot of wealth in his life. So now coming on to our second combination. The second combination is again with Jupiter, and that is Jupiter with Moon, which is also called a special yoga in astrology called Gaj Kesari Yoga. I'm going to make a different video on Gaj Kesari Yoga, but just to give you a little brief on what is Gaj Kesari Yoga is Gaj Gaj means elephant, and Kesari means gold. So this is a very good yoga for having wealth in life. But it is not only formed with Jupiter and Moon sitting together. If Jupiter and Moon are opposite to each other, then also it's a Gaj Kesari Yoga. If Jupiter or Moon are like 4th or 10th places from each other, then also it is called Gaj Kesari Yoga. But this yoga is always strong if it is formed, if it's forming in the angular houses. Though maybe the other case could be like, suppose Jupiter and like moon could be like in 10th places from each other. Suppose Jupiter is sitting here and 10th place from itself, 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8 9 10. Moon is sitting here. Again, this is a 4 to 10 combination of Jupiter and moon. This is also called a Gaj Kesari Yoga, and it is also sitting in a good houses of wealth and gain. So this is also a good Gaj Kesari Yoga, but not that strong Gaj Kesari Yoga, which is actually to be considered in angular houses. So anywhere Jupiter and moon sitting in your chart like together, or maybe forming a 4 to 10, 1 to 7 relationship with each other, it shows good combination of having wealth in life. Okay. Now coming on to Jupiter again. If Jupiter anywhere in one's chart is sitting very strong, that means if Jupiter is sitting here, why? Because this is the fourth sign. What does that mean? Cancer. Fourth is Cancer, and Jupiter always exalts in Cancer. I've already told you that. So Jupiter sitting in his exaltation sign is always good for in one's horoscope for having the wealth. If suppose Jupiter is sitting in its own sign, which is 9th and the 12th sign. This is Sagittarius and this is Pisces. If Jupiter is sitting in its own sign, this is a Mool Trikona sign for Jupiter and this is a own sign. So Jupiter is strong in these houses. This means, not in these houses, sorry, in these signs. So this means that Jupiter is strong in your chart and a person has a capability of attaining wealth in life. Now coming on to Venus. If Venus is also strong in your chart, that means the person has capability of attaining wealth and achieving wealth in life. So if Venus is sitting in 4th house, that means, I'm not talking about the sign now, I'm talking about the house, that is 4th house. Here Venus becomes, Venus gains directional strength. This is a strong house for Venus. Venus sitting in 12th house also is called as very strong Venus. And moreover, here Venus is exalted also, because in Venus exalted in Pisces. So if Venus is exalted sitting in 4th house, or Venus sitting in its Mool Trikona sign, or Venus in its own sign, this means that Venus is strong in your chart, and this shows that person has capability of attaining wealth in life. So this is a very good combination. This is a very good placement of Venus in one's horoscope. And as it is always says that, I already told you about the Lakshmi Yoga, and Lakshmi Yoga always require Venus to be strong in one's chart. So if Venus is strong, that shows that person can have a lot of wealth in his life. So Venus has to be strong for looking into wealth matters. Also, if Saturn is exalted, now coming on to Saturn, Saturn is exalted here. Moreover, in this case, Saturn is good in 7th sign, that is Libra, because Saturn is exalted in Libra. Moreover, this is the best house for Saturn in terms of the directional strength. Why? Because Saturn gets its directional strength in 7th house, which is a public house. So Saturn likes to be in the public house. That is why Saturn is always considered good in the 7th house in a horoscope, but not related to in terms of marital relationships and other things. But again, having said that, for wealth, Saturn has to be strong in the 7th house, or Saturn can be here in its own Mool Trikona sign. Saturn could be here in the angular house, that is its 10th house and 10th sign, which is Capricorn. Moreover, there are few yogas which actually get formed when 5 of the planets sitting in their own sign in angular houses, which is called Panch Mahapurush Yoga. And I'm going to make a different separate video on that yoga, and which is very good for having good wealth in life and doing good in life. So again, those 5 planets are Saturn, Venus, Mars, Mercury and Jupiter. So these planets are very important for having making a good combination of lot of wealth or maybe good wealth in life. So these planets are very much important. Even one more thing about, as I told you about Rahu and Ketu. Rahu does very well in this house, that is the 10th house. This is your career house. So if one Rahu is sitting in 10th house, this will make person like what should I say, more ambitious towards his career. He wants to achieve everything in life because Rahu is that malefic energy which who wants to achieve everything in life related to that house or the matters related to that house. So Rahu in 10th house will give a lot of fame and like big things in your career. If I remember correctly, Shah Rukh Khan has this combination of this placement of Rahu in 10th house. So this makes person so hungry, so greedy of achieving those things related to that house. So this is a very good combination if Rahu is sitting here. Rahu sitting here in this house, that is the 4th house, is good in some matters if a person wants to have a big house, a mansion in his life. Why? Because the 4th house is your home, your homeland and your house. So it gives a very big house in one's life if Rahu is sitting here, but that totally depends on the other signs and other planetary combination. So but again, having said that, Rahu in these houses are very good for achieving fame, for achieving good wealth in life. Also Rahu sometimes sitting in 1st and 7th house will also give fame to that person. And one more thing I forgot to tell you about, that Venus being strong in your chart also shows, because Venus shows luxury and comfort, but Venus also is the planet of entertainment, the planet of media industry. So if Venus is strong in your chart, that means you can do well in media line, you can do well in acting line, so which an entertainment line. So if one has to go into like Bollywood or maybe this film industry line, the Venus in the chart has to be strong to do well in those areas. So this makes Venus a very important planet for all these areas. So guys, this is my little interpretation about wealth and wealth giving planets, and why each and every planet has its own importance in chart. Why it's not only said that if your Jupiter is not strong, if your Venus is not strong, you won't be having a lot of wealth in life, which is wrong. But yeah, again, Jupiter and Venus are two main important planets for wealth, so they has to be strong in one's chart. But again, if they are not strong, still person can achieve a lot of wealth in his life depending on the other planets. If Moon alone is strong in the 2nd house, if Moon is supposed sitting in sitting in this house, and that is number 2, which is Taurus, and Moon exalt in Taurus, so which gives a very good combination for wealth. So having said that, like different planet has different power to give you wealth in life. So like chart has to be studied in these different ways to understand the person, what like how much wealth and what wealth combination person is having in his life. So guys, if you like my video, just click on the like button and do subscribe to my channel, SV Astro channel, to have more information and more videos on astrology. And if you have any comments, just please feel free to put there, and if you have any questions, please feel free to ask. I'll try to answer them as correctly as possible. And if you want your chart to be analyzed or you want to consult me, you can email your details like on shikhar.vats@gmail.com to my email address, and I'll try to get back to you as soon as possible. So keep watching my videos guys. Until then, goodbye, have a good day.